Good morning. I just want to take a few minutes this morning. I'm out in Colorado, and the aspens are absolutely stunning in the mountains. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit this morning about what kind of a tree are you? Did you know that the aspens, when you see the color on the mountain, which is spectacular and amazing, oftentimes what looks like 100 trees or 1,000 trees is really actually one tree. Aspen can grow 30 or to 50 feet in height, but they oftentimes are quite tall and slender. But underneath the ground is a massive amount of root system that connects one aspen to the source. There is a source of all those trees on the mountainside. One tree is the source. And out of that one tree, many roots will spread out. And they will all be connected to the one source. Although they can grow many years, if there's a fire, this is an incredible thing because the aspens will be the first to regrow because of this fact. Their root system will expand over all those areas. So as the top grows and develops, it is its source from below. So if there's a fire, which takes out the trees that stand, it can regrow from the roots of all those many developed roots that cover the acres of ground on the mountainside. I thought of it in this way, that God is the source of life to us. In fact, in Psalm 1, it says this. It says that, first it says, you do not walk in the counsel of the wicked or stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scoffers, but your delight is on the law of the Lord, and on that law you meditate day and night. And then it says something very interesting. It says that you will be like a tree that is planted by streams of water, who yields its fruit in its day, whose leaf does not wither or fall, who prospers in all that it does. And I thought of this as I looked at those stunning aspens all across the mountainsides, that if we are connected to God, then He is our source. He is the source. Like those root systems of the aspen that spread out all across the mountainside and bring beautiful trees of fruit, in a sense. It reminded me of these verses that if we're connected to God, we're connected to Him. And all those clusters of life that come from through us, like it says that we will prosper in all that we do as we give evidence to God, as the seasons come and go, we're filled up in those seasons, so the leaves reflect the color and the brightness of knowing God. This interconnectedness is an amazing thing. This interconnectedness gives us a chance, even as you think of the aspens, that even if there was some kind of a calamity or some kind of an incident, some kind of an event that would be hard, that would be like a fire, that would kind of take away what has happened to us, or what we hold dear, or how we look in one way, or what our life is, we are still connected to that root of God. Underneath the surface, we're still connected, and we, as we draw life from Him, we can give evidence of Him. We can give evidence of Him. And as we are more like Him, if you think of the root tapped into that one tree, that brings about all that fruit or all those different clusters of beauty across the mountainside. You think of God in your own life, that even whatever happens, you're drawing from him so you become like him, even as the scriptures tell us to be like Christ. I thought of this, like, how are we like Christ? When we are like him in the ways that he was, when we follow the Holy Spirit, when we do the things that he did, then we become like him. And we become like a beautiful tree on the mountainside, shimmering, catching the light, dancing in the wind. I asked this morning, where is your root? Where is the root of your life? Where is the source of your life? Is it connected to the one source, the one tree, the one giver of life, the creator of life, the giver of life? Are you connected to God in that way, that you draw your life through him? It doesn't matter what's around you. You're still tapped into the source. As Jesus himself said that he was the vine and we are the branches. There's an idea of interconnectedness there. There's an idea of being part of him, that our very life comes through him. Our very substance comes through him. And here's the great thing. As you look at the mountainside with the shimmering aspen, and you see this color and you see this vibrancy, this is how our lives should be. They should be colored with the presence of God. They should show the beauty and the intensity that you would see in the shimmering aspen tree on the mountainside. They should be, as the light shines on those leaves and they just dance with color, that should be how we are, because God is in our lives. Let me just read one little part from Psalm 1 from the Passion Version that gives it a little bit different slant on it. When your pleasure and your passion is remaining true to your God, meditating day and night on the revelation of light, you will stand like a flourishing tree, planted by God's design, deeply rooted in the brooks of bliss, bearing fruit in every season. You will never be dry, never fainting, ever blessed, and ever prosperous. May that be your life as you're tapped in to the God you know.